You might be wondering why I started this channel. So let's start all the way back at the beginning. I had a blog over 15 years ago. I started blogging. And I started blogging when we first got married. And I started writing about our lives and things. And then I also ended up writing down some of the spiritual thoughts that I was having, trying to make them into blog post form. And as I started sharing these, my family, their reaction was very interesting. They were very surprised, and they said, I didn't know you felt like that, or I didn't know that was something that you thought. And they thought that I was a spiritual person, and I never thought of myself that way. I just kind of thought it was normal. Everybody else had these same thoughts, and I just happened to write them down. But it did change me. It changed me into realizing like this is something about who I am and actually who I've always been. And this is just something inside of me that I have to get out. And I think we're all built differently, aren't we? Where we all have different things that are really important to us, or things that we just feel this strong desire to do. I know I'm a creative person, and mine comes out through writing, through these ideas, and that never really stop, never go away. And I have a sister who is an artist, and she is kind of similar, where she has these ideas for art projects. They just come and come and come. And she finally can release the idea when she turns it into an art project. And for me, it's similar in that I have these thoughts that I want to share with people. And so it started out that I started blogging. And I started blogging when we first got married. And then I kept blogging even after I had kids. We have 5 kids. And all throughout their growing up, I have blogged. Not like a big public blog, but just sharing my thoughts with my family and things like that. And so I did that for 15 years. Just anytime I had an idea or a thought struck me, I would write it down. Or, over time, I eventually got to the point where I would start editing these thoughts and trying to hone them and make my communication better. But I did do that for 15 years. And so it was pretty cool. I got a lot better at it, right, for doing it for so long. And it just helped me like process the things that I was going through. I was able to record like lessons I had learned, different parenting things I had learned. It was really helpful to me. And my hope was never to like become like a big blogger or something. I just wanted to be able to share something that was helpful to me, and then for those that would read it, that it would also be helpful to them. And then last year, my youngest daughter went to kindergarten. And so finally I had all of this free time, and I decided that I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted a new challenge. And so I just thought that maybe I wanted to try, instead of blogging, I wanted to share these same thoughts that I had, but in video form. And I really like YouTube. I am a big YouTube person. I have learned so much from YouTube over the years. It's been really educational for me. And I really feel like it provides a lot of freedom that some of the other social media doesn't. Because some of the things that I love about it is that there's no like comparison, because you're not seeing what your friends are liking, you're not seeing what your friends are commenting on, and you just have a lot of freedom to explore any topic that you would like to get better at, that you need some education on. I learned so much through YouTube throughout the years, from from skincare to hair care, different books to read, different things in history, different parts to help with my spiritual growth, advice from other people, organizing, homemaking, just being a mom in general. Like all of these things, I have found helpful people on YouTube just because somebody had the idea to share their thoughts with other people on YouTube. So when I had this idea that I wanted to try doing video content, I just thought that's where I want to do it, is on YouTube, because it's been such a good place for me, and I have consumed so much there. I wanted to give back and try and share my thoughts and ideas with others as well. So what I did was, at the start of the new year, I decided I wanted to make a video a week. And it was hard. It's a lot different than writing, where, you really get to plan out every single sentence and craft everything. It's a lot more fluid and off the cuff, which is something I am very bad at. And so it was pretty difficult, but I was proud of myself, and I really enjoyed it. And so then this next school year, it's now my daughter's in first grade. And I again decided that I wanted to challenge myself and keep making videos. And this time I wanted to try and make 2 videos a week. And it's really challenging. This is a completely new medium for me, right? I'm used to writing, and I have to learn all of these things about editing and about I've got to plan my time and figure out video and lighting and all of these different things. So I spend quite a bit of time researching, trying to figure out how to be better at this. Um, and also, at the beginning of this school year, I've been trying to figure out what to do as a job. Now that I've got a lot more free time, I feel like it would be best for me to give back to my family, to help my family financially if I can, without overburdening, because when you have a lot of kids, 5 kids, it's like there's a lot already to do at home. So I needed something that can kind of balance with what our family life already has going on. I've been trying to pray and fast about what kind of job I could have and what I should be spending my time on. Because especially when you have so many other people, right? Like all of our kids need me, and they need somebody at home. They need somebody who's taking care of things at home. And so I wanted to really find something that is balanced between the needs of my kids and also helping financially with whatever we have going on. And as I was praying and fasting, I started to have this strong desire to make these videos. And I really believe that the Lord educates your desires. And what I mean by that is, as He sees something that He needs you to do, He can help you want to do that thing. And I've really seen this happen in my life a lot. I can think about when I went to grad school and how that was a desire that He planted in my heart. And also when we bought this house, when we first looked at this house, it was pretty run down, and we were just like, I don't know, I don't think that's really, we want to get into all that. And just slowly over time, like we just kept thinking about this house and kind of thinking about how we could make it work until it was something that we personally wanted. And it was also what the Lord wanted for us. And so I really feel like that's kind of how the Lord has worked in my life, is He educates my desires. He makes me want what He wants for me. And so at the beginning of the school year, I just started having these really strong desires to make these videos and make time for it and sacrifice for it to make sure that I could make these 2 videos a week. In the past, it's not like this is the first time I've ever considered like trying to have a larger presence online, especially since I have had a blog, right? I've thought about it in the past. But something that has often stopped me is like being worried about what other people are going to think, or being embarrassed because I'm not very good at it, right? Like anytime you start something new, you're going to be bad at it at first. But because I had like this really strong desire, it kind of overrode the things that I felt about being embarrassed and being worried about being bad at it. And I actually, a few months ago, I watched an interview with Mr. Beast. He's a huge YouTube personality. And, I always kind of thought he was kind of a crazy person, but listening to this interview, I realized he's very successful, and the reason he's successful is because he's very smart. And one of the things that he said is that the difference between him and other people is that he's willing to make a fool of himself. He's willing to learn new things and try things. And that's what stops most people from accomplishing things, is that they're so worried about being bad at it. They're so worried about all the stuff it takes to get good at something and to make a fool of yourself and all that stuff, that they just don't even try. And that really inspired me, because I just felt like, that is true about YouTube for me, where it's like there's so much that I don't know, and so many barriers and roadblocks to stuff that I don't know how to do. But I don't want it to stop me from maybe creating something really cool, and also being able to help and influence others, which is a strong desire of mine. And so I was really inspired by that, and I just thought, I don't really know how to do a lot of the stuff on YouTube. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to market it, how to get good videos out there. But the Lord planted this feeling in my heart. And so it kind of made me feel like I can push through all of this stuff. I'm finally willing to learn all of this stuff that before was like a huge roadblock for me, where I just said, I hate videoing myself. I don't like editing and all of this stuff. And just move past that and say, I want to try and create something here. And I don't really know where all of this is going to lead. Sometimes the Lord gives you inspiration and you don't really know, does He want this to be a big channel? Is it going to lead to something else? I just trust that the Lord gave me these desires, and I'm going to be able to learn more, and also I'm going to be able to serve Him. And that's something that's really important to me, is being able to serve Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ and make it so that they are pleased with me. And so this is a desire that they've given me, and I want to take good care of it. And so just my plan moving forward with this channel is I still plan on, I'm going to post twice a week. And my hope is that they will be videos that will help other people, give people ideas of how to do things better in their life, or give them ideas of things they can do differently. And the 2 things that I'm the most passionate about are the gospel of Jesus Christ and self-improvement. And so I imagine you're going to see a lot of that on this channel, because those are two things that I just love and think about and research and try things. And so those are probably the things that I'm going to be sharing. So at least personally, I don't have a desire in me for this to be a huge channel. I think that sounds stressful and scary. But you know, it is a sacrifice to make time to make videos. And so I guess the only growth goal that I have for my channel is I hope to someday be able to make money, to be able to help my family monetarily, just to make up for the sacrifice of time that it takes to make these videos, when I could be doing something else, right, to help my family monetarily. So that's my one hope. And I didn't realize until I started making videos that it takes quite a while, actually, if you'd like to make money on YouTube. You have to have 500 subscribers, and you have to have over 3,000 watch hours. And right now I'm at like 35. So it would take a really long time if I was ever able to make money from this channel. But I guess that's the one goal I have, is to try and help my family. But yeah, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you stick around, and you know, as I grow and get better at this, I hope you stick around to see me improve and get better. And I hope that I can be of some help to you, that I can provide ideas on how to get better. Like I said, I just have so many ideas in my head that I just always have to get them out. And I hope some of those ideas that are stuck inside my head can be of help to somebody beyond just me. There'll be other people that I can help, and that you can really see that I'm sincere, that these are things that I really believe in and I have tried and have helped me, and I hope also they would help you as well. So yeah, I just lastly, if you can think of anything, you know, because I know these videos are very amateur and I'm just starting out, I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm trying. If you want to drop in the comments like some feedback you have for me, I'd love to hear it. Things that you think I could do better, or things that you like, that also helps me figure out which direction to go, or even like things you think would be interesting for me to talk about. All of those things I'd love to hear. So yeah, I'm really glad that you're here, that you're on my channel, and I hope you can stick around and find some more things that'll be helpful to you.